Hey guys, SpacePigguArt here, and today I am going to be doing a one marker challenge. To do this, I kind of took a handful of each colour because I've sorted my markers out, and I took those without looking, shoved them all in a bag, then picked one out. And the one I got was Plum, which is it's quite a dark colour, but I was pretty happy. I really like it as a colour. I've been using it quite a lot recently. You can see in the bleed through of the other page I used it a tiny bit for that one. But yeah, here I'm just doing a quick sketch so that I can colour it in. I try and use very few materials for this, so I just do the sketch in regular HB pencil, I think it's HB anyway, and then I go over it in a violet Prismacolor pencil, and other than that I just use my uni ball to add white back in and the marker. So yeah, I wanted to try and do this with like as few materials as possible, just to try and make it a little bit more worth the one marker title, I guess. But yeah, I've kind of tried to design the character, I guess, a little bit after the idea of a plum, like that kind of round hair and stuff, and I write plum in there, but it doesn't stay there. But yeah. Also, I'm sorry about the shadow across the video. I forgot to turn my desk light on, so unfortunately the lighting is a little less great than usual, at least at the beginning, until I realise what I've done. But yeah, I'm just going over with the violet pencil to be able to keep those lines like dark enough, because when you erase regular pencil, it erases very easily. These ones don't erase as easily, which I think is actually a really useful thing, because it means I can use them to do final line art, which is nice, at least in my opinion. But yeah, I like how she turned out. She has like I don't know what it is about her eyes. There's just something very interesting about her eyes, at least to me. She looks like very unusual, maybe? I don't know. She looks very pretty though. I'm really happy with how she came out, even though I was literally like, I hadn't planned this picture. I figured I would just go straight into it as soon as I got the pencil and the pen rather, and just see how it ended up. Here you can see I'm rubbing it out. I go over quite lightly to leave as much of the Prismacolor pencil as possible. So yeah. And then I start colouring, and I'm afraid this part's quite repetitive because I can't even talk about the colours I'm using. I'm using the same colour. Yeah. At this point I thought maybe I'd do some of the line art as well in the plum, just to like use even fewer materials if possible, but it's thick and this paper bleeds, and I was just like, nope, that ain't gonna work out so good. But yeah, just colouring in the hair. It stays like one block colour, and I don't know, sometimes I do very detailed hair and I put a lot of highlights and mess around, and sometimes I like the block colour. I'm not sure why. Maybe you disagree, I don't know, but I quite like how it turns out. But yeah, you can kind of see here how different the wet and dry on this paper is, and that's like kind of an important thing to remember, I guess. Since I haven't got much else to talk about, I might as well point out that whatever paper you're using, you probably swatch it if you can. This was me looking for my swatch. I have a page I tore out a while ago that I usually use to swatch on, but it's gone missing, so yeah. Oh yeah, and she's got little plums on her shirt too. Yeah, here I decided to use the colourless blender, which I guess might be considered cheating, but like, it's not adding any colour, it's just letting me get more out of the one pen. I mean, I guess if you think it's cheating, you think it's cheating, that's fair enough, it kind of is. but because it's not a colour, it's just helping me get more colour out of the one marker and be able to add more depth. I think it's okay. Maybe it isn't, maybe I'm cheating, but at the end of the day, it's just a little fun thing to see what you can do with as few supplies as possible. So yeah, she does end up staying very white because, I mean, I don't have a lot of options for skin tone unless I want to mess around a lot with the colourless blender, which I didn't really, but yeah. Here I am going over some of the lines with a pencil, same pencil, but I do end up adding a little bit more because I felt it was quite plain, so I add like this little, it's just a circle in the background really, just something to try and make it look a bit more interesting. But yeah, I do really love the way that this ended up looking, even though it was very quick. Yeah, I think this is a really fun challenge just to try and do something a little bit different and like see what you can do with a very limited palette. Same with the 3 marker challenge. I think all of those are fun things, and they really show that you don't need huge numbers of stuff or huge numbers of markers to do fun things. But yeah, coming towards the end now. Oh, I make a bit of a mess of the eyebrows here, but don't worry, I fix it. I do. But yeah, if you enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, whatever the heck you might want to do. Yeah, share it if you want. It helps me out a lot. It's really nice to see things going well. But yeah, here I'm just using my Uniball gel pen to add a little bit more detail, just because it felt quite plain. So yeah, that's really all, I guess. So yeah, I've already done the spiel, so yeah, thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and here is the finished drawing. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed, and goodbye!